Oh, where are the other ones?
3 in Tri-City, 1 in Mercer, 1 in Pittsburgh, so that's 11, 12. There's 8 track pilots in the area.
Right now, so be aware of that when you come up for looking for lineups. And again, about 6:05, 6:10, we'll go for motor heat on the track. If you have any questions, make sure you ask, so we're all on the same page. And everybody, good luck tonight.
I came from street stuff. The biggest issue I had was trying to transition from a brake pedal like that versus now you have Tuesday. Yeah, that was probably the hardest thing to transition. But then I told everybody too, like, we were in the street stalls. I don't know what your car way back then, but we're 32 on the calendar here in 2024 racing. And you can.
Flip the switch up and down once, like maybe after hot laps or before you go. Just go one straightaway both ways to get it done fast.
If I want to go high, I go to
RSI Outdoors in the 1A. That is Jacob Allen. Merchandise, we do have some new stuff that's going to be hitting the
Flight A from Chandler, Arizona. The Indy Race Parts, Charlie Garrett Racing Engines, Sharp Advantage, Sunoco Racefield 71 RT. It's RTJ Ricky Thornton Jr. Ricky Thornton Jr. in the 71 RT. As he makes way off of turn number 4, lap 1 is going to be 19th quick at 14.007, 14007. Thornton very successful here in the late model. 2023 and 24 Firecracker winner, 4 career Lernerville wins. He's the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points leader. Jumps up to 18th quick on lap number 2, 13.967, 13967. 18th quick for Ricky Thornton Jr. Flight B starts off now. First car onto the racetrack. It's the now 8-time Lernerville Speedway champion from Apollo, Pennsylvania. The Indy Race Parts, Charlie Garrett Racing Engines, Caruso Racing, number 71 of AJ Flick. Lap 1 for AJ Flick is going to be 13.613, 13613. AJ Flick on lap number 2. He will slow down. 13.686. First one better. 13.613.
That's what Sweet did. Sweet did it on his first one.
Making his Lernerville Speedway debut tonight from Liverpool, Pennsylvania. The Mountain Travel Four-Square Class. High-Tech Home Skid 19 and 11 feet is 16 Jones. And also the racetrack, Grainsville, Pennsylvania. Plaza Dental, horsepower, Bell Street, Carroll Route, number 21, Escott, Bryant, Salisbury. 3, 4, 5, 3,
Just too tight there. I don't know. I get in, get to the center, and I just couldn't get off the corner, so then I was out in the shit. I don't know. We need to get better. So, see what we do in the heat race.
Car feels really good, to be honest. I think it just had a driver mistake in qualifying and picked the wrong lane through 3 and 4, maybe 1 and 2 also. I went top in both laps. It felt fast, but I probably should have tried peeling off and running the middle at least on 1 lap. And I think that might have cost us. So even though I felt quick, still a couple tenths out of it. If we could have just picked up 1 or 2 tenths, we're right in the ball game. But unfortunately, that's not how it worked out, and I might have made a mistake there. So we're going to be, I think, 6th in Heat 1. Big picture-wise, we can absolutely still finish top 5, race our way in, and even if we don't line ourselves up for a good B main run. But car's really good. I just need to step it up on my end, and I think we'll be there.
sponsors as we head back into turn one. Cars are behind the HinderCars.com pace truck. We're going green this time by. Coming to the green. Just threading the needle right there off the fourth corner, takes third away. Macri slips to fourth. Fifth right now is number 6 of Ryan Smith. Change for that third spot once again. Macri getting back by Flick, and now Macri goes low in turn 1. He'll slide up the banking and take that third spot at the start-finish line. So A.J. Flick gets bumped back to the fourth spot. Ryan Smith still in fifth. A problem for Parker Price Miller. Got into Anthony Macri in turn 1. Oh boy, that was a close call between those two. Macri and Flick almost got together entering the first corner.
You went by him, you went like this. You were like this. You went like this, and you went by him, and he went like this. He was like going this way, and you went by him, and you went.
Well, he caught my left foot.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Way turned sideways.
I wanted that fucking 39M. I couldn't keep him behind us though.
What do we need?
I'll be honest with you. Just hear me out, because I'm probably going to have to rely on you more on this. I don't necessarily know what I was feeling, because I caught myself for some reason fucking tossing the shit out of it going to the mud.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. A couple times it looked like you tossed it in there and it went like this and just fucking ran across the big fuck all the way across the way.
Yeah, it did.
Start 7th here, top 2 transfer. Out of gear, yep. Start 7th here, top 2 transfer. Obviously run hard enough to try to transfer, but don't wreck it at the same time, so.
Yeah.
See what we can learn.
We're going green the next time by for 8 laps, top 2, moving on to tonight's main event.
not as good as I was hoping. We didn't make the show, but overall, I feel like I learned a lot. Just too tight, qualifying too tight in the heat race. It kind of weird. We were freer today than we were yesterday, and I feel like the track was slower today, so I'm not quite sure why we were so tight. But I think we passed one car in a heat race, and then was in the C main. I think we passed one car, maybe. I don't know, not quite sure. But overall, great experience. Just glad Bernie let me come and run his stuff. I think we'll learn a little bit more and be really good down the future.
So when's the next time you're getting in a sprint car? Next
So
time it rains, or
you never know. No, I'd say probably I'll run a practice or something before we go to Charlotte, but if not, Charlotte for sure. That's the plan anyway. So hopefully we can get some laps before then. But if not, like I said, we'll be there for sure.
I wasn't real happy with myself after qualifying, but I was fortunate that I did go out in heat race number 4, so at least the bottom slowed down a little bit, that you could move around. And I mean, right away I had to get to the top and try and pass some race cars, and we were to do that. I actually went 6th to 3rd in the first lap, which was a blessing. I just couldn't keep Anthony Macri behind us, and he was better than us, so it is what it is. But I mean, we had a few shots to keep going at some of those guys, and I just couldn't quite make it happen. So kind of had to settle for what kind of car we had for that heat race, but ultimately we went 6th to 4th, put it in the show, and that's probably the most important part of the night.
doing a gear change now, is that anticipating what the track's going to do, or is that more?
It's probably a lot of it. I'm letting the mad genius, Bernie, work on figuring some of it out. So we were okay, but I had a little bit of difficulty trying to feel the car out there. A lot of it might have been just the track it's got some slick spots and some that are gripped up, and it's making the car work differently in both of those areas. So it's something that I need to focus on, and I told Bernie, I said, hey, I'm having a little trouble understanding this car, so you tell me what you think. And we kind of came up with a game plan, and like I said, mad genius over there, he's going to work, and we'll see what it's got for a feature. Yeah, as long as the bleeders work, we'll be all right.
Starting 16th, the now 8-time track champion from Apollo, Pennsylvania, the Indy Race Parts, Charlie Garrett Racing Engines, Peluso Roofing, number 71. It's AJ Flick. We've got 24 cars. They are going for 40 long laps around the 4/10 mile speedway at Lernerville here in Sarver, Pennsylvania. Lernerville Speedway, welcome to the High Limit Room. Jackpot. It's time to double down. It's time to raise the stakes. And it is time to go all in with Kubota High Limit Racing. Lernerville Speedway. We got them racked. We got them stacked. Let's go racing off at turn number 4. We are green. believe that is the 13 of Justin Peck. Red. We got a red flag. Red. It's your race leader, it sounds like. Your race leader, Corey Day, has just crashed in turn 2. We do have a car making its way into the rod and supply work area under this open red. It is the 71 of AJ Flick, and now Flick is heading back to the trailer, it sounds like. So that's going to be the end of the night for AJ Flick in the Indy Race Parts car. As the open red flag is about to
How the 2 days go, all things considered?
About par for my luck, actually. I mean, it was a good, they're both going to roll in the trailer, so that means that's like a win sometimes. He made both features, and I probably could have gave him a little bit better car, and he would have been a lot better.
How about the rookie? How he
He did good. He said he just left. He said he had fun, so that's a plus for him to come here and say he had fun.
We're race fans. It's what we're giving back.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
No, pleasure. Hey, guys.
You got it, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lorraine. I appreciate you very much. Thank you, guys. You're welcome. Yeah, you guys definitely don't have to, but this means the world to us.
Yeah,
so
we're good, man. We just try to.
it.
Well, our thing with that was just trying to help out the local drivers because it's so hard to compete against these traveling guys, and it's I mean,
there's a lot of money.
There's no doubt about it. Yes, correct. So you're good.
Thank you guys very much. It was great meeting you. Thank you so much.
No problem. You got it. Thank you.
Thanks. Be safe. Hopefully, I see you around.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes.
too tight to start. And I mean, when you start 16th like that, I mean, just look at the track here. It's freaking covered in mud. I mean, it never really slowed down, and you spend the whole race just getting blistered with mud. So I mean, you're more focused on pulling tear-offs than even hitting your marks because you can't see anything. So trying to just be patient, take our time, let the race come to us a little bit. And around lap 15 or so, I mean, Rico spun right in front of us. We had to miss that. Justin Peck flipped right in front of us, had to make sure we missed that. So I mean, we were avoiding the carnage pretty well. And around lap 15 or so, the car actually started getting a little bit better, and I could start sailing through the middle a little bit. All the crumbs from the bottom started to make the middle work a little bit better, and we started passing some race cars back. Elias in, fighting with Skylar G, and then coming off of turn 2, we just hit a big old goober of mud, and it just destroyed the radiator. It pushed the supports back and blew the radiator out of the car. So we were leaking water under the open red on lap 20, and unfortunately that's all she wrote. And you don't want to risk any of his equipment when it's pushing water like that. So not worth it to stay out there running 14th or so. I mean, do I think we would have been probably a little better by the end of the race? I think so. I think I needed the track to keep slowing down a little bit, but it is what it is. So at least we didn't have, well, let me say this. We still had a mechanical failure, but we didn't have one to start the race. So we got to fill the race car out for 20 laps or so. And after disappointing myself in qualifying a little bit, I think we made up for it in the heat race, and made some changes that I think helped the race car some come feature time. We just have to keep plugging away at it. And if Bernie's willing to keep letting us run the 71, even at other racetracks, I'd be happy to do it. And I mean, we learned a lot. I think he's got a good piece. It was fun teaming with RTJ this weekend, so we just have, we've all got a lot to learn. A lot of people just don't realize, even Bernie, this was only his 10th race of the year, and 5 of them, this is the 5th one, they've been with me. So the reality is, before we raced that Mercer Lernerville Tri-City weekend, that 71 car hadn't been out since the high limit race at Eagle in like late May or early June. So it's hard to come in and race wheel to wheel with these guys that run week in and week out. So it's just the reality of the situation. And to be honest, I thought we were batting above average for what we brought here to try and race with these guys. We made the show on both nights, and I thought we would have had a better run on Friday, except for the bleeder issue. And then tonight, I thought we held our own and avoided the carnage until we got hit by some of the track conditions. So
definitely looked more racy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's so much quicker than what we're used to. And like I said, the biggest issue is just it's so wet that, I mean, you can just reach down here and, I mean, your entire hand's just covered in mud already. So when you're racing out there and every single one of these tires in front of you, I mean, there's 4 tires in each car, and each one has tread in it, and there's 14 cars, 15 cars running in front of you, and they're just blistering you with so much mud. I mean, it's literally impossible to see, and you get a tear off and your vision's clean, and especially down the front straightaway here, your vision's gone by the end of the front stretch again. So you've got to be a hell of a good driver with a hell of a lot of confidence to enter one up there on the curb and hit your marks when you can't see anything. So I think a lot of that still too is my mentality. I'm way too conservative just because I'm afraid to tear my stuff up, and I don't try to bring it to the 71 car because I know I have to be more aggressive. But I've raced that way for 10 years now, and it's a hard habit to break, but I thought I did a pretty good job with it. I was more comfortable on these conditions tonight than I ever have been in the past in my stuff. So we definitely still have some work to do, but there's no doubt in my mind this was a step in the right direction. And even if I don't get an opportunity in the 71 again, this is stuff that I've learned that I can take to the 2 car. And I mean, it's all just being aggressive and qualifying well and running up front. And I mean, you got to have the whole package. If I qualify better, maybe I get to start on the front row, and maybe we get an opportunity to make a dash spot. So on a track like this, where it's hard to pass and a lot of people run around the bottom and you had a few running up top, it's just, that's how the entire night is made. And just the way it is. We've run really good here on outlaw shows when it gets totally ice slick like what you see down there in 1 and 2, but that wasn't what it. That's not what it. What we had to deal with today. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy nonetheless. I know I've been dragging this on, but I'm happy. So get my seat out of the car, get my belts out of the car, and we plan for the Lou Blenny Memorial Makeup in the 2 next week.